Hello, thank you for tuning into this week's reads. This should be on the YouTube channel James13 Wicca, in case you're not seeing it there. Also, I am giving in-person, I should say, readings in Herkimer, New York. Shoot me an email if you're near there and you want more details. The information for the decks and dice, all that stuff is going to be below. And if you would like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. James4astral@gmail.com, James4astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and let's get into your reading. Hello, Libra. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Libra? Who are you dealing with? The truth will be exposed. Okay. Ooh, okay. So, okay. Something is it stuck? Or are you blocking it? It's a difference, obviously. If you're purposely like, no, we're not going to do this and we're going to keep this here, that's different versus I want this to move forward and it just can't seem to happen, obviously. The truth is coming forward. Okay, something is coming. Are you the one holding it back? I don't know just yet. I just don't know. Because I feel like you have information that's not working right now. It's just not serving you. It might even be like if this was a work situation, like I usually have somebody who helps me out, but maybe they're on vacation. Could be something like that. Like I'm usually more connected than this. Yeah. Something is stagnating and not moving forward. And I feel like it might be you that's blocking it. If that's the case, it's for a reason, obviously. And it's like, I feel like if you're blocking it, you're trying to move something forward without people getting in the way. So it's like, it's almost like I'm blocking people from getting in the building while I reorganize things in a way that makes more sense. It's kind of like, oh, wait a minute. The way things are, it's not really, for example, maybe wheelchair accessible or hand... Like, there's a different way to put that, not just wheelchair, you know what I mean? Special needs accessible? It's not the right way. I don't know what the term is. It's not coming to the forefront of my brain. But, like, I'm going to keep everybody out. I'm going to reorganize this stuff so everybody can come in and everything can work. And then I'll reopen it when this is updated so everybody can join and everybody can participate. So if you are blocking it, there's for a reason. This isn't going to last very long. So whether you're blocking it or you're being blocked, it's not going to last very long. I keep feeling it's more likely that you're blocking it because I get that whatever's going on here, you're getting the advantage from it being stuck for a second. You're definitely getting, it's putting you in the advantage position with this being stuck for a second. I feel like at the very least, you know what you're going to do or you know how you're going to handle this once it moves out of your way. So either you're doing it or something else, but either way, you're setting yourself up for success. It's not going to last that long. And there's information from the past that I don't realize that's going to serve me. There's information from the past I might even look at the moment like, well, that doesn't even matter. That's going to change. You're going to see in a few moments, maybe, or you'll see when that comes into play why that is important for you to know. It just reminds me of like, meeting somebody through a friend and thinking, well, that doesn't matter. They like me and I like them, but that doesn't matter. Then, a couple years go by and you end up working with them like at a job and you're like, oh, I already know some stuff about them. So we already have a connection. So actually this is very advantageous. At the time, I didn't think it mattered that I met them. Now I'm glad I did. Something like that. Okay. Because whatever this is, something's coming forward in your advantage. And it comes forward very quick. But there's like, stuff. And it's like, I get this in the past. The Star card with the Wisdom card, like, things, but it's like, we got to develop this more. We got to find out some more details. It's kind of like, again, met somebody in the past through a friend. They were cool. We hung out. We played pool. We did what we did. It's all good. Maybe a couple times even that I didn't think anything of it. Moved on from that. Didn't think of them. Now I'm working with them. Even though we got along in the past and I know a little something about them, I don't know everything, and there's more I need to know here. I feel like so far this is very obvious. I don't feel like this is going to be a problem. It's what comes next here that's the question mark. Things move very fast, and I don't know why. Wait, what? Things move very fast, and I don't know why. I don't know what's motivating certain things. I don't know. I don't know the motivations. So if we're going to use the analogy, it's just an analogy. This person, I've known them. I knew them a little bit in the past. We have some rapport. It's all good. I'm now working with them. They're moving forward very quickly. Some of the stuff they're doing, I don't know why they're doing it, but it's working. I just don't understand their process. Maybe I don't understand their job. There's something about this that just keeps moving fast, and I don't understand why things are happening a certain way. I'm not saying it's bad, but I don't know that I could say it was good either. I couldn't say either way. I don't know if it's right or wrong because I don't understand why. It's going so fast, I don't have a chance to check it. It's kind of like somebody paying bills and the money's just going out, going out, going out, going out. And I'm like, I hope it's right, but I don't know. It's going so fast. They're getting things done so quickly. New vendors are coming in every 5 seconds. I don't know what's going on with that, but everything's going so fast. There's an option here for you. Part of this, I feel like I'm going to be like, well, I guess we'll just see what happens. I'll just give it some time. We'll see what happens. I don't know that that's a good idea. You have another option. Kind of double down on the, I don't know what's going on here, but when the moon shows up, it's kind of like, it may feel like something's a little off, but it's kind of like, maybe it's just, and I feel like I might tell myself, yeah, it just feels that way because I don't understand it. Doesn't mean anything's wrong. It just doesn't feel right to me because I don't understand it at the moment. I don't have the information to back it up. You know, I don't have the time maybe, or maybe I feel like I don't have time to find out what those answers are. But they're saying maybe this is something to kind of like, maybe I need to acknowledge this a little bit more. And what I need to do is kind of put other people in motion to do the research for me. Because I feel like this can go better. And I feel like this might be people, or it might be how, I don't know. I feel like it could be putting somebody else in motion to like do a little bit of investigating, get me some more information. It could be you just kind of like stepping in and just spot checking things, because I feel like we need to organize this a little better. Whatever's going on here, I don't think it has to be confusing. There should be more organization with this. If you kind of had some ability to make that happen, or was able to put the right person in place to help organize this a little bit better, I don't think it would be confusing, and I feel like it would go better for the overall situation. I do get if you do that, there could be I got this. Somebody's going to be unhappy if that happens. Maybe that connection, or somebody's going to be unhappy if that happens. Let me just do some. Doesn't have to mean they're rough to you, and I'm just, no, they like you. It's going to slow things down for a minute. That might be why they don't like it. Just to be fair, that might be why they're unhappy, is because it's slowing things down. That might make them very unhappy. But you got the Ace of Cups for this, in the sense of like, I don't feel any negativity being poured on you, but it slows things down, because I got the Strength card upside down. To me, that's slowing things down. All right. Sometimes we got to slow things down and people got to be unhappy, but that's how we stabilize things and make sure things work out the way they're supposed to be. If you don't know what's really going on, you can't really make sure it's the right thing to do. You have to slow it down. We don't have to do anything. It might be advantageous to slow it down and then help it organize. And this energy also might not like the organization part of it, but it might still be the right thing to do. Things will transition after that. It doesn't have to mean that anybody's going to change jobs, but things will transition. There's going to be a period here where people have to let go of the way things were and embrace the way things are going to be now. There's going to be a transition period. That's what I'm getting with this. That's how they were. This is where they're going. Doesn't mean things were bad, but they can be better. So we're going to go for the better. There's transition. I get that there's going to be some energy here where we're like, all right, I don't feel like anything was wrong, but I feel like things can be better if we can understand what's actually happening. The analogy I'm kind of getting from this is I used to work with a person. They were awesome. They did their job great. Nobody knew how they organized things, though. Even though they had results and they had great results, nobody knew how they did what they did. And they had one of those jobs where, you know, it was very specific to, like, if they were there doing it, it went well. They had to kind of like dissect that person's job and figure out what they were doing and why, because whenever that person was out, vacation or sick day or whatever you got going on, it caused a lot of problems, because when that person wasn't there, people had a hard time making up or getting things done or getting them done in quick enough or in the right timing. It just made things really difficult. When they were there, everything was smooth and everybody got along great. So they had to kind of do that. That person didn't like slowing down because it made things more stressful for them. But by doing that and showing how things worked and how they handled this and why they did this at this time and why they did that at that time and how they handled this and how they handled that, when they left for vacation or whatever day they weren't there for whatever reason, that way things didn't become a mess when they were gone and people could still function well. Also, when that happened, one of the reasons they did this was when this person came back into the office, it took them up to 2 days to put everything back in order the way it was supposed to go, depending on how long they were gone. So that was another reason why it's better for everybody. You know what I mean? It's better. There's healing here. That's not the healing card, but yeah, I get that there's healing, but there is resistance. The transition, there's healing, but resistance. The Four of Cups, I get that it's good, but people are like maybe a little bit difficult while the transition is happening. It's for the betterment. I keep getting there's healing with this. The Four of Swords is healing. This is not that, but I keep getting it. It's very strong. There will be healing during this time, but people are going to resist it because they don't like the change. It's just resisting change, in my opinion. But take it with a grain of salt. Depends how you see it playing out for you. This is also one of those weird situations where I feel like we're going to have enough is enough happen here. What I mean by that is somebody might... It's a person. All right. How does this happen for Libra? And let's just go from there. Yeah, you might not have to deal with it. I see this coming in the environment. The transition, it's going to have its period for people to learn. Okay, there's going to be a transition time, but somebody at some point is going to step up and be like, enough is enough. Just kind of like put their foot down. We're not doing it that way anymore. We're not whining about it anymore either. Done. Walk away from that. Do it this way. And they might be a little bit harsh about it. I'm not getting it harsh for you. I'm getting it stabilizing for you, because I feel like you're more in the era of like, we need to do it this other way anyway. I don't think it's going to be harsh for you, but they're just kind of giving you a heads up. Like, it's going to hit this point where people are kind of dragging their feet or complaining, and somebody's going to put their foot down, like, enough, and they're going to shut it down. Like, it reminded this one job I worked at, there was this older system people used and they were comfortable with, and they were trying to transition away from it. One day they just turned it off for like a day, and people had to learn how to do it. They turned it back on for certain people because things had to balance, but they shut it off for the day, and people just had to use the new system. That's just what it was. It might be something like that. It was harsh. It was harsh, but it also forced people forward. So I was one of those people that, like, I knew how to use both systems. So when that happened, I was like, well, I don't like the new system as much, but I can do it. So I just kind of went with it, and I just accepted it because I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. I didn't think they were going to do that, but they did. So after this moment happens, though, after that moment happens, the Tower happens, we go right into the Lovers, which is a compatible card for you. Can talk about Gemini sometimes, which is a very compatible energy for Libra. It doesn't have to mean you're dealing with a Gemini. It just means this is very compatible from that moment, from that harsh moment forward, it's much, much better for you. Again, like I said, I don't think it's going to be harsh for you personally, but you might see other people around you kind of going, ah, ah, and you probably won't like that, but if you kind of see it coming, you can handle it the way you need to handle things. You'll be okay. You'll probably be a helpful energy towards that too. I'm seeing this here. Magical powers means I feel like you're going to have the ability to help other people kind of like, you know, just, all right, let's step forward. You know, you can, let's do it. You don't have to. You don't have to do anything, obviously. But like, you will have the option to kind of help other people, kind of coax them forward. Play it the way you need to play it. Play it the way you need to play it, you know? Are we good? I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. This is James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.